Welcome to Tactically Torah. I am Heath Hayes, and I've had something on my mind all day long, and it's really just a question for you guys. I want to know, how far are you willing to go? How far will you go? If the Most High called, if the Most High asked, oh, that was not okay. Big old Class A truck zooming by went straight into the oncoming traffic lane. Luckily, it come to an end. Dude flying too fast, not paying attention that there's a curve coming up. That could have been bad. But everything's okay now. Alright, so how far are you willing to go? This question really comes out of one thing. You know, I was listening to Coffee Time with Bear this morning. And Bear was talking about Grindstone Ministries and how they were about halfway to the goal that they needed to meet in order to buy land for Caleb House. And he said, regardless of the situation, the money's going to come out somewhere. So even though he's halfway to his goal, he's still looking for land actively. He's still, going to end up purchasing something, whether the money's there or not. Then he just essentially kind of got into the topic of faith. He believes that the Most High will provide. And I fully agree. See, because the Most High is completely capable of paying his own bills. But that's kind of where this is coming from, is how far are you willing to go? See, because sometimes you've got to meet the Most High halfway in order to see the blessing and provision of the Most High. But sometimes he's going to see just how far you'll take it. See, take Abraham, for example. The entire time, all the way from whenever he was promised a son until the time that he went up to the mountain, put Isaac on the altar, built an altar, put him on the altar, and the father stopped him and said, I will provide my own sacrifice, and there's a ram in the thick. Okay? Just whenever Abraham was ready to thrust his dagger through his son's heart in a sacrifice to the Most High said, stop. See, he continued to listen. And that's a different lesson right there. But the point is, that the Most High said, now I know that you love me. He was testing him the whole time. How far are you going to take it? The Most High pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. And Abraham obeyed and obeyed and obeyed and continued in faithful obedience to the Most High, regardless of what it cost him. Even at the looks of the situation costing him his own son's life, to where the Most High gave it to him, and he had to give him back. And the Most High said, now I know you love me. That you wouldn't even withhold your only son, your promised son. So because you did not withhold your promised son from me, I will not withhold my promised son from you. And that's what he did. And now we have Yeshua, the one and only begotten Son. He holds the DNA of the Most High. See, at some point in our lives, we're all going to experience this time, and it may be multiple times throughout our lives. I don't know, but at some point, we all have to come to grips, especially if you are walking a life of faith. If you're truly living it, you're going to encounter a time where the Father's going to push you and push you and push you, and just to see how far you'll go, how faithful can you be. And in the end, just when you're ready to give out, you push a little harder and the Father says, stop. Now I know you love me. What are you willing to give up? And I'm talking to myself just as much as anything else. I'll share my testimony sometime. Share what the Father's doing, what the Father's done. But throughout, just even 2020, when all this COVID nonsense started, the Father's been faithful to provide. And He's changed mine and my wife's opinions about many things. And He's pushing us in a roundabout way to give up everything we've got. So while I'm talking about it, I'm also living it to the best of our ability. But yeah, it's just been a thought. How far are you willing to go? Think about it. I hope this makes you think. Bless you guys. Shalom.